Hi, this is Crow for Crow's Crapology, coming to you from our offices in Knoxville, Tennessee. You can watch us on YouTube, Crow's Crapology 2 on YouTube. We have a Facebook page, Crow's Crapology, and we have crowscrapology.com. So go to all those places, subscribe to us, like us. Today, in this video, we're going to talk to you about college football. It's September 23rd, 2023. So, at the start of the season, we told you that the University of Tennessee Volunteers, Josh Heupel, doesn't really believe in playing defense. And the Vols lost to Florida. And it wasn't only because of their defense, it was because of their terrible offense also. They were just awful all around. So they're out of the top. They should be out of the top 20. They are. The Associated Press puts them 23. So, anyway, they're done. We told you LSU wasn't going to be that good. I didn't like Brian Kelly. I don't like the quarterback. They've lost one already. They lost Florida State, which I believe is a top 4 team. I believe they should be in the playoff. But they've already lost one. They'll probably get tricked up again. We told you USC doesn't believe the University of Southern California Trojans under Lincoln Riley. But Lincoln Riley doesn't believe much in playing defense either. And if he did believe in playing defense, he could win a national championship. Well, their defense has gotten a little better this year. And in the last couple of games, they played a little bit better than the first week. But that's why Utah, they have a tough time with Utah, because Utah's a tough defensive team. But anyway, we're going to go through the top 25 rankings according to the Associated Press. And I'll tell you what I think about them. Whether these writers, supposed sports writers, most of them are about 70, 80 years old, whether I agree with what they're talking about. So they have Georgia number 1. I don't agree with that. I think Michigan's the best team in the country right now. Deserves to be number 1. Georgia got scared by South Carolina. I think they will lose. Eventually get knocked out of the number 1 spot. Michigan 2, yeah, Michigan I think is the best team in the country. Texas number 3 because they beat Alabama. Sarkisian, former Satan assistant, beat Satan. Alabama has no quarterback. They have quarterback problems. They have offensive problems. They have other problems too. I told you Alabama wasn't going to be that good. They might come in the top 15. I think Bama will probably get tripped up once or twice more and finish way down there in the polls. I don't like Texas. They're a good, solid team, but I don't like Sarkisian. I don't think he can coach under pressure. I don't think they can win a big game, although they did beat Bama. I think they'll get tripped up in the Big 12 somewhere. Florida State's number 4. I like the Seminoles. I think they probably could go through the season undefeated. They have no one in the ACC that's really that good. North Carolina's a pretty solid team. Could beat them. They got Clemson's not very good this year. So we'll see. They have the University of Southern California Trojans at number 5. I have no opinion on them, obviously. 6, they have Ohio State. They will not stay at 6. Notre Dame will beat them this week. Notre Dame's big offensive line and defensive line, and Sam Hartman will carve up their defense, and Ohio State will suffer their first loss this week. They have Penn State at 7. They have a solid defense. They say their quarterback's the real deal. I got to see him. I don't think Penn State's that good of a team. I think they might be a top 20 team, but 7 I think is a little too high for them. The Washington Huskies at 8. Michael Penix Jr. is throwing for 350, 400 yards a game as usual. They have a pretty solid defense. They deserve to be in the top 10. I don't know about 8, maybe 10. Notre Dame number 9. I think they're a top 4 team, top 5 team. I think they might make the playoff. They're going to beat Ohio State this week. And then we'll see where they get ranked. Oregon's number 10. Oregon still has Nix playing in his 26th season in college. At Auburn and now at Oregon. I believe he's about 42 years old. and he's going to retire from University of Oregon someday. I don't know, but they're still putting up 50 points a game or something, and their defense is fairly solid. They're okay. They're going to beat Colorado this week. They're going to give Dion his first loss. Utah Utes 11, tough defense. Kyle Whittingham's a great coach. They should have Riley, Riesling, whatever he is, his name, long-haired freak, coming back to play quarterback pretty soon. And they're probably a top 15 team. LSU number 12, I think they get beat once or twice more in the SEC. They should be maybe around 18, something like that. Bama's 13, they already have one loss. They'll have more losses by the end of the season. Oregon State 14 with DJ Uga playing quarterback. They're a solid team. He's running their offense very well. They're 3-0. I think they're better than Bama. They're better than LSU. They should be in the top 15 probably. Ole Miss behind Lane Kiffin. I know people in Knoxville hate Lane Kiffin, but Lane Kiffin's a good football coach, and they're better than people thought this year, Ole Miss. They should beat Alabama this week, which will knock Alabama farther down. Oklahoma, number 16, they should probably rank a little bit higher. Dylan Gabriel's going crazy on offense. They're scoring 50 points a game. Their defense seems to be okay, average, which is all they need to be when they score 50 a game. They'll probably be in the top 15. North Carolina, 17, they're a solid team. I don't think they're that high. They're going to have a couple losses. If they have to play Florida State, they'll lose to them, and if they have to play, they could probably beat Clemson, but they might get tripped up somewhere else. May is a very good quarterback for North Carolina. I could see an NFL team drafting him pretty high. He seems to be more of a pro-type quarterback. Duke is 18. They're a solid team. They'll probably take another loss or two and get knocked down there. Colorado 19. Dion's got to play. They got to play Oregon and USC back to back. They're probably going to lose both those games. That'll knock Colorado right out of the top 25. Miami of Florida is looking good this year. They are in that ACC. If they collide with Florida State should be able to beat them. Washington State in the Pac-12, they're going to take a Pac-12 loss or two. They're 21. That's about where they belong, maybe 25. UCLA 22, don't believe they're that good. I don't think they'll be in the top 25 at the end of the year. 23, Tennessee, they don't play defense. And this year they don't play offense either. So they're out of it. Iowa's 3-0 at number 24. They're pretty solid again. The French got them playing. They'll probably wind up around 18 at the end of the season. And Florida 25, we just beat Tennessee. Florida's really a bad football team. Even though they beat Tennessee in the swamp, they're really not a good team. They won't be in the top 25 at the end of the year. So look for the top four at the end of the season to be Michigan, University of Southern California, Florida State, and maybe Georgia or Notre Dame in there. Oregon, Georgia's going to lose a game or two, but the teams that play defense are probably going to win and finish in the top 4 or 5. This is Growth Grapology. Watch college football games. Watch us on YouTube, Growth Grapology 2. Go to our Facebook page. Go to our website, Growth Grapology Facebook page. Have fun watching the college football games. It's exciting. I think more exciting than the pros. And I'm just going to say that, I'm not really sure who I'm rooting for this season.